What is Hashem telling us? We have gotten such a clap, a patch from Daddy. With now the Asara and the terrorists and the war in Israel, now nearly 1,500 are gone. The bloodshed continues. The bombs are falling. There are still hostages. And the uncertainty and the dark cloud of what will be, will things get worse or will they get better, is unbearable. So, im lo achshav emosai. Hashem is telling us something, and we need to improve somewhere. The Rambam in Sefer Zemanim and Hilchos Tainus describes how when there is an Eis Tzara, the elders come together and they learn up the tragedy. They learn up the news to understand what is the message for the community. And here at this time, Rabbi Lopansky, he humbly and respectfully, quite directly, he told it to us straight. He learned up the tragedy, and he said over what could be the lesson. And here I hope not to step too far, but I want to give it over. Try to say it with some zazz and some excitement and something with just to hopefully touch myself and inspire me to be better, and hopefully somebody else will also take from it and hear the message. You see, this tragedy was very different. They didn't just fire rockets, but they came into our borders. They came and infiltrated into our homes and temples. They went living room to bedroom to families. They did this at the time when we are all at the highest point of the year, the climax of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, Shemini Atzeres Simchas Torah. We're all supposed to be in the shuls. Doesn't the detail of even you're supposed to learn up what does a music festival mean that they went there? But Lopansky described how it seems he stitched the whole episode together, that maybe in our territories, in our borders, in our holiest makomos, they have some improvements that need to be made. We've slipped in some areas. He described how our holiest makomos, our shuls, they're the place that everyone comes together to learn and to daven. It used to be a very formal and strict type of service. But now it's very open and accepting. We want people to come back to shul. We want to be very inclusive, and it should be an exciting place. But we shouldn't forget that it's the house of God. And the whole goal of tefillah is omed lifnei hamelech, to talk to Hashem. And I'm just going to try to say it as straightforward as possible. Is it normal that a man should be standing in front of Hashem in a talis and tefillin, and underneath his talis, he is scrolling through social media, or dare I say, Instagram or TikTok with a totafos on his head? Do you even do that? Talking to your friend or to your wife? Hardly. The shuls, they're supposed to be hallowed and sacred. They're supposed to, the atmosphere, what we wear, the halachas, we can't necessarily daven barefoot, I don't believe, or daven with a big baggy coat. It needs to be that hichoin likras elokecha. Our sanctuaries, our ohalim, they should be sacred and hallowed. I don't believe that it is agreed upon by all of the great rabbis that we should just bring our children to shul to give them a good experience. If they're just going to throw Cheez-Its everywhere and sit there watching Rugrats so nobody else can daven, I don't know if that's really the law or the right thing to do. Our Kedusha, our place, it's all about coming together to make a Kiddush Hashem and daven to Hashem, to meditate on the words. But really, if you're just bringing that device in, if we're just bringing that device in and then you dare answer it in the middle of davening, or dare respond to a message, or dare not be present in front of the King of the world, maybe it's not so good. Maybe there's a time to tune out, and maybe that's during tefillah in our shuls. They came into our temples, like in the Hanukkah story. It was Partu Choimetz Migdolai, and now we have to be like the Maccabim, the Maccabees, and fight back. And we have to make our sanctuaries holy again. Make our shuls holy again. And if you need to be social and schmooze, then maybe hit the social hall. Hopefully Bilam Arasha, he would look down and he would see our shuls and he should say, Taka, Ma Tova Ohalecha Yaakov, how beautiful. The shoals are, but who knows? So let us come to daven and be present. Come together as a tzibor and pray and take the 3 steps back and put the gartel on or dress the part, whatever you do. But keep the temple a temple and keep our insides, our kedusha makoms into something that is really still sacred, still hallowed. Hopefully Hashem will see this, our Mesiras Nefesh for this, our improvement. And hopefully we'll all pinch ourselves and this will just be a bad dream and be way, way, way in the past.